find ourselves on another Tuesday night here with the Western Racing League Viking Construction Truck Series. This time, we find ourselves to the road course in Watkins Glen, New York. Fantastic season here going on so far for the Western Racing League. This will be our second trip to the road course. It's third race of the season. We were at Daytona, of course, and the winner there was Justin Krasinski. Justin here with us as well tonight. Yet to make a lap here in qualifying practices over. We got trucks out on the track getting their qualifying laps in so far. Right now, it is going to be Landon Slagan to the top of the charts. A lap, it might be the only reason why, but actually he's still looking pretty strong. We're going to get our timing and scoring here going for you so you can see the lap times as they come across. Best time right now, David Sluter, last week's winner at Texas. David Sluter picked up his first win of the season. Goes to the top of the charts momentarily with a 1:13.033. Nick Trader looking for his third pole of the season. Had the pole at Texas last week. Also had the pole at Daytona back in week number 3. Trader now to the top on the pole with a 1:12.978 temporarily. Let's see if anybody can knock him off the top. Let's take a look here. We see Everett Larson out here on the racetrack. Everett with a good finish last week. Finished on the podium. Right now he has got himself up to 7th. Let's see if he can improve his lap time the next time by. Take a look at Larson right here. Trader, Sluter, Slagan. That's your top 3 right now. Victor Keith in the 48th. Got a new sponsor, Kona Big Wave, on the truck this week. Actually was on the truck last week too. And here comes Krasinski. Krasinski had picked up the win the last time we were at a road course at Daytona. Like we said, he's trying to improve his lap right here, coming off the final corner across the line. He's in 5th right now. Across the stripe. Let's see where he goes. Krasinski up to 3rd. But only one driver in the 112s right now, and that is Nick Trader. My name's Chris Murphy here with DRSN. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I know it's late for all you on the East Coast, but all of us on the West Coast, we love these races right here at 8 o'clock our time, 11 o'clock on the East Coast, we know. So thank you if you're on the East Coast and staying up late with us. We're getting all settled in. If you were with us earlier in the evening, we brought you the Dirty Old Bastards 360 Sprint Series from Cedar Lake. And it was Tanner Pettit Racing sweeping the top podium spots there once again. They have been the class of the sprint car world for a long time, and right now in the Dirty Old Bastard, they are clean sweeping the 360s and the 410s. But we are here for some truck racing at Watkins Glen. Nick Trader is still on the pole. He's done with his lap. Brandy Cal out here in the 85. A little bit different paint job on the 85 this week. Right now, he is going to come across in 5th as he's making his way up through the S's. Actually, that's going to come through turn 6 and 7 here at this point. Off the final 4, he's going to pull down the pit road. We've got a few drivers left out on the racetrack. It looks like Rick Modrick in the 71. Rick comes across the line. He is going to be in 14th as we see Rick there going through the bus stop. He's going to hit up through turn number 5, this big right-hander right here. And then it's hard on the pedal right here off of 5, down 6. Through the last couple of corners to this Cup Series layout for Watkins Glen. Only 7 turns. They don't really call the bus stop they don't give it numbers, so take a look here at Modrick. Here's Thompson also going to get some laps in. Victor Keith going to pull in. We got some drivers sharing their webcams with us tonight. We've got 10 in total. Quentin Steinbach, Joshua Raymond, Everett Larson. Everett, you need some light on your face here, buddy. I can't see you. Michael Sparks, Dean Wedeking, Michael Champlin, Brady Zeller, Andrew, Mr. Calm Thompson, as we call him. Mason Only down there in the bottom right-hand corner. And Brandon Cal coming to us this week. Well, thank you guys for sharing your cams, letting us into your home. Really appreciate it. We'll jump in and out of those cams throughout the night. But right now, it's still Nick Trader. I don't see anybody knocking him off the top. Sean Peckin is going to come across the line. He is going to come across in the 9 truck right here. He's up to 5th right now. He has got, it looks like maybe another lap under his belt as he is still up to speed. So Sean's going to get his second lap in there. Everybody got 2 laps to qualify. We've got Sean Peckin out there in his second lap. Beatty, it looked like coming through the bus stop right here through turn 5 here for the 9 truck, the Napa sponsored number 9 of Sean Peckin. Can he move himself up the chart? He's in 5th right now. He's using all the racetrack he can. Right there, coming off of 5, heading to this left-hand corner into 6. 2 more corners left to go. Can he move himself up from 5th? Can he knock Nick Trader off the pole? I think he's the only driver with a chance left to do it. He makes his way off the final corner, across the line. Can Peckin take the pole? He was about a half a second off on his first lap. He's going to come across the line. Lap number 2, and it does not look like he's going to improve his time. So Peckin is done with his 2 laps. Declan Beatty. It's Declan Beatty. Sorry about that, Declan. Declan at the 9th right now, sitting on the racetrack. Paul Boomershine, Trent Hughes, Randy Wood, Michael Sparks, Joshua Wise, and Harry Ribbett all did not take a qualifying lap, as we've only got 1 minute and 54 seconds left to go. So we're going to take a chance here to look at the point standings. As we get going here, we are on week number 8 of this. How many races are in this season? I think it's 25. So we're going to end this season November 3rd at Homestead, Miami. But right now it is week number 9 at Watkins Glen. Let's pull up our point standings here. And leading the points right now after picking up the win last week, it's David Sluter. 2nd, Everett Larson. Everett's had some good runs all season long. He's only 41 points back right now. Victor Keith in 3rd. Nick Trader in 4th. Rick Modric, Brandon Cal, Landon Slagan, Bryce Dickman, Joshua Raymond, and Michael Champlin are going to round out the top 10 in points. And it's Quentin Steinbach. Brady Zeller. Brady carrying the DRSN logo on the car for us in the 18 truck. Jacob Thornton, Paul Boomershine, Joshua Smith. That rounds out the 15 spots there for the point standings. And it's Alex Romero, Ryan Thompson, Nico Cipollini, JD Biddle, and Kyle Schmitz. That is going to finish out our top 20 there in the point standings as we get down here in week number 9. Looks like Harry Ribbett out here in the 32 truck. Looks like he may be going to try to get a lap in. He's making his way uphill through the S's. And you can see just a little bit loose right there. Through turn number 4, he's going to make his way down to the bus stop. We're going to try to jump on board here with him if I can find the right camera. We got some other cool toys. We can see this telemetry. So all the way down to the 3rd gear through the bus stop. Going to come out of the bus stop down to turn number 5. Getting back into the throttle. You can see him lift just a little bit there through the middle of turn 5. Then it's hard back into the gas. Down the way to 6. He's going to use all the racetrack. We don't have any track limits here in the trucks at Watkins Glen. If we were doing an F1 race or something, he might get that lap maybe disqualified. But gets the truck all the way down into 3rd gear once again here. Through the left-hander at 6. And he is not going to get a lap in. So Rivet is going to run out of time and not get in a qualifying lap. So that is going to put an end to qualifying. We take a look here at our starting grid here in just a moment. We've got about a minute to go here in the what they call the gridding up portion of the evening. It's going to take a little bit here to get everybody out onto the racetrack. It gives us a chance to talk about a couple of our sponsors. Viking Construction Group Truck Series. Scotty Hansen there at Viking Construction Group up in Everett, Washington. Been a great partner to have here with the league and also here with us at DRSN. Thank you so much, Scotty. Collateral Damage Sports Network, bringing us all of our different plugins that you see on the screen. How did we get the telemetry while spectating? Well, that's just what I'm getting ready to talk about. Collateral Damage Sports Network brings us all these cool little gadgets and overlays that we get to use here on the broadcast, and thanks to Shane Cochran over there for supplying us with all of those plugins. Corbin Matthews, country musician, has got some morning music coming out this week. If you like some good country music, check out Corbin Matthews. He's put out a bunch of good stuff here lately. Been a good sponsor of us all throughout the year. 40 laps, getting ready to get gridded up here. Where are we at on the racetrack? It looks like we're going to have a short grid. I better get this lineup going here. All right. I may not get this in. I didn't realize they were going to do a short lineup here. So on the pole, Nick Trader, David Sluter. Row number 2, it's going to be Krasinski and Slagan. We might get through about 4 or 5 rows here. Peckin and Thompson are going to be row number 3. Back to row number 4, it's going to be Brandon Cal and Victor Keith. Declan Beatty, Jacob Thornton, that's going to be row number 5. Now row number 6 is going to be Gagnon and Dickman, and we're just going to have to abandon that because we are getting ready to go racing here. Off of turn number 7 across the line, it's going to be Trader and Sluter out in front. We're going to go green flag in the air at Watkins Glen for 40 laps of action. Down to the inside. That is going to be Krasnensky with a big move. He is going to go from third to the point. Krasnensky to the lead. Won the race at Daytona. Here comes Trader back on the bottom. We're side by side up the hill through the S's. Trader and Krasnensky now 1 and 2. Krasnensky on the inside, Trader on the outside. They're going to make their way up through turn number 4. Down the back straightaway to see who's going to give as they get to the bus stop. The side by side action here with Trader and Krasnensky. Trader's got the inside lines ahead of the bus stop. And it's going to be Trader. Krasnensky has to give way. Slagan and Peckin now side by side for third and fourth. And we got a car around. It looks like it's Everett Larson off the pace. And it looks like it may be, I couldn't quite, I'll see that was, it looks like it might have been Victor Keith, the 48 truck with some damage there on the right side. He is going to get turned around. So Victor Keith goes around. But up front right now, it is Nick Trader and Krasnensky right there. David Sluter taking a look, last week's winner at Texas. Right now in 5th. He was taking a look to the inside of Peckin. Good battle up front. It's exactly what we expected. Trader sat on the pole. Krasnensky's always been fast on the road courses. Let's see if he can stay up here to the front. Take a look a little further back through the field. It looks like Victor Keith is going to get going again, but he is actually, it looks like Victor Keith is going to find his way to the, no, he's going back here, back in the back. So goes from starting 12th all the way back to 36 right now. But up front right now, it is all Nick Trader, Krasnensky. They start to pull away from Slagan. And we got a pretty good separation here throughout the middle of the pack. Let's see if we can go back and see if we can find where it happened there to Keith. Do that bus stop there on lap number 1. And you can see he's right there in the middle of the pack. He's got Cal right there in front of him as they head up to the bus stop. Looks like he's just going to come across the nose. He's going to get together there with the 27 of Beatty. And around goes Keith. Everybody else taking evasive action down through the grass. Hard nose con. That was only drives right into the nose of Keith. And it looks like there's something else going on here with Michael Sparks. It's Sparks with the meatball flag. Michael Sparks is going to find his way down to the back of the pack right now. Up front, it is still Trader. 2 laps down, 38 to go. Peckin takes a look to the inside of Slagan. That's for third. Has to back out of it. Sluter right there in the 95, still back in 5th. Look at Thompson. Thompson's been good all year long. He is in the 02 tonight. Not the standard number 27 we normally see him in. Let's see if we can see what happened to Sparks. So Sparks just trying to get back onto the racetrack. He's already made hard contact with something at this point, so he looks like maybe he drove off right there through turn 4. We're going to get back to live action here. We don't want to miss anything up front. Blown engine from, I'm not sure who has a blown engine. Somebody in chat, who is that? Is that remind me who that is in chat. I'm sorry, I know I've seen your name before, but I don't remember what your real name is. Alright, let's take a look here at our Krasnensky here in 2nd, trying to reel in Trader. Let's look back a little bit further. Here's Peckin now. Peckin and Sluter side by side as they come off of turn number 7. It's a drag race down to turn number 1. It looks like Sluter might have the pace. He's got Thompson right there behind him. Peckin's got the inside line, but it looks like he's going to sneak up in there. Sluter's going to give him the space. Good side-by-side action right here. Sluter uses all of that apron on the outside of turn number 1. Oh, thank you, Michael. Well, Michael Sparks with a blown engine. Looks like Michael is out of this race. All right, Peckin, the 5th. Sluter now makes his way up to 4th. Let's see if he can reel in our leaders. We have some other new toys to show you once we get some more action going on in the race here. Let's take a look back through the field. Everett Larson back here in the 01. Started in 13th, is down a spot right now. He's going to look to the inside of Modric. This is down the back straightaway heading up to the bus stop. It looks like we got somebody off the track back there. I think that was the 55 of Meneses. It was. He's getting himself gathered back up, but he's got some heavy damage on the right front of that truck. The 55, it looks like he's having a hard time making left-hand turns. You can see the fender's gone off of it. Boomershine looks to have an incident as well. So Boomershine here, slow it down, but he looks like he's going to gather back up. Cal blinking on and off my screen like he likes to do all the time. Randy Wood also looks to be had a lot of stuff going on. We're trying to cover all of it as much as we can. Up front, though, it is all Nick Trader, Justin Krasnensky there in 2nd. Look back here just a little bit further. And you can see him using the outside of the racetrack. We got this nice little speed cam shot set up here in turn number 1, and they don't even drive over. They just drive way to the outside of it. Good shot heading up through the S's. Take a look here at Cal. We got about 4 laps into this race, 36 laps left to go. We're going to have at least one green flag stop here at one point. As Thompson's still trying to find his way around the 9 of Pekin. We jump on board of the O2 truck here through turn number 5, closing in on the back of the Napa number 9. Let's see if Andrew Thompson can find a way around. It looks like a little better pace than Pekin. Just cannot find a way around him. Back here a little further, we got a black flag for Joshua Wise. Josh is going to find his way down pit road. Heavy damage on the right front of the 51. Your leaders come by to put him a lap down at this point. So we got 4 drivers with problems: Meneses, Wise, Woods, and Sparks. All right, Thompson here alongside of Pekin. Looks like he's going to clear the pass right here into turn number 1. So a nice move there from Andrew Thompson as he makes his way up to 5th. Sluter now trying to reel in the 91 of Slagan. He has caught him. Sluter started in 30, fell back a few spots. He's trying to work his way back up here. He is trying to set up Slagan here up the back straightaway into the S. He's going to get the inside line right there. Slagan has to stay out to the outside and give him space side by side through the bus stop. The 95 of Sluter now up to 3rd. Slagan had no chance but to back off right there and give him that inside line. Take a look here at the 95 truck. We'll jump in the truck with him here. You can just ride along with David Sluter. He's trying to reel in the 4th. Krasinski now. He's got some fresh air. We're going to see if the first time he's got clear of traffic. Let's see if he can catch that number 4 truck up there in front of him. All right, take a look back here in the middle of the pack. We've got Larson here and the 98 of Nixon, Modric, and Rivet. Rivet didn't get a qualifying time and started dead last in his field, and he is all the way up to 14th already, just 6 laps into this race. Watch the 32 truck. He is coming to the front. He has got a hot rod. He has now caught the 38 of Nixon. This is for 13, so Rivet has ran fast every time we've seen him. He's not shown up for every single race, but when he has been here, he has been quick. Watch the 32 of Rivet. We're going to keep an eye on him. He's up to 14th right now, and he is looking around the outside of the 38 of Nixon up through the S's. He's got the inside line coming off of turn number 4, and he is going to take that spot away, and he is not done yet. Up in front of him is the 01 of Larson. All right, so we're going to bring out another one of our toys here. We're going to take a look here at our head-to-head matchup between our leaders here, Nick Trader and Justin Krasinski, and you can see the last 5 laps. On the average, Krasinski's been losing over 0.2 of a second per lap, so Nick Trader just continues to pull away at this point. Now let's do a comparison here of that with David Sluter. So David Sluter, he's been caught in traffic. He's also lost a lot of time. Actually, lap 7, he lost over a second. So we're going to see how this plays out now that he's got clear of this traffic. We'll keep an eye on that for the next few laps. So another toy there from our good buddy at Collateral Damage Sports and everything. And nice timing there for the logo to pop up right there as well. All right. Sluter has now made his way to 3rd. Slagan in 4th. Thompson is reeling him in. Let's take a look here. We're going to jump on board with our webcams here. We'll take a look here with Andrew Thompson here as we ride along with him on the racetrack. Well, here's Andrew. They call him Tussy. I'm not quite sure. We just call him Mr. Cool. Got a little different camera angle for us this week, but Andrew Thompson here in the 02, started in 6th. He's up to 5th. He's got the 91 of Slagan right there in front of him, trying to reel him in. And you can see the concentration right here this it takes in these trucks to get around Watkins Glen. So a nice job there from Andrew. Thanks again for sharing the cam with us. Michael Sparks. Michael Sparks is sitting back watching the race. We can see on the cam there, Michael. How you doing there, buddy? He's out of this race with a blown engine. He shared the cam with us, though, so thank you, Michael. Sorry your evening did not go as well as you'd hoped. right, back to the action. Brandy Cal looking to the outside of the 9 and pecking up through the S's up the hill right here. They make their way up towards the back straightaway. Cal has to tuck in behind in that number 85. I like the paint job he had, and I like that gold color he had. So new paint job here for Cal, but he started in 7th and he's still running in 7th. Let's see if we can find us a close battle on the racetrack here somewhere. We got Larson. They've caught the back of the 27 of Beatty. Beatty's probably got a little bit of damage on that truck from that contact earlier with that was with the 48 of Keith. So Beatty right now is pretty much a train right here behind the 27 and 11th. Larson, Ribbit, and now Modric all right here behind Declan Beatty. Let's keep an eye on this action right here. They come off the last corner on the racetrack here. Beatty way wide right there off of that 6, I think they're in right there, coming down to turn 7. Well, this is the last corner of the racetrack. Larson on his outside. We've got 4 trucks right here fighting it out for one spot. Beatty does not get off the 7 very well. That's going to let Larson get by on the outside. Here comes Rivet as well. So that is Beatty in the verge of losing 2 spots here in about the 1 corner. He keeps the car tight, but he gets it really loose right there through the middle of the corner. Rivet still can't make the pass. As a matter of fact, Beatty gets a great run off the corner right there. He gets back around Larson. So Beatty now back to 11th. So this is 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th we're looking at on the racetrack. We're not missing any other action on the racetrack. We're keeping an eye on the battles up here. This is definitely the closest battle we have going on right now. Let's jump. We got Everett Larson in the middle of this battle. We'll jump in there with Everett real quick, see where he's at. He's right there behind the 27 of Beatty. Is that a Chase Elliott? I got to ask him that if we get a chance to talk to him. I think that's a Chase Elliott cutout right there behind him with the Coca-Cola. But Everett Larson taking a look here to the inside. He got himself a podium spot last week. He has now got Larson, or Rivet, right there to contend with this too. So at the B time, he's trying to get around Beatty, but he's also got his hands full with the I was trying to read the chat. Sorry, with Rivet right there behind him. Somebody says they need a 47 truck to speed up. So Raker right here's got some damage on the right front there. I'm not sure what that meant. We're going to keep an eye on this battle right here. This is still 4 trucks here. Beatty right, I think Larson and Rivet both got more pace than Beatty if they can find a way around. Larson makes a good move through 1. He gets to the inside, up the hill through the S's. Everett Larson is going to take that spot away from Declan Beatty. Now he's going to move up to 11th. Now it's going to be up to Rivet to find a way around as they head through up to the back straightaway. Not too far up the road is the 30 of Bryce Dickman. So it's Larson right there going to make his way through the bus stop. Still Beatty right there, Rivet right there behind him. So Larson able to get clear right there. We're going to take a look up here at the 95 of Sluter. We're going to go back to our versus cam. Take a look between the lap times of Sluter and Trader. And actually Nick Trader. Let's take a look here. It hasn't quite updated for us. Alright, so the lap times have not updated as well as we'd hoped here. So we got the last couple of laps here, and it looks like our leader is still out in front. We've got an incident there with Thornton. Black flag for Jacob Thornton, and I don't know why, but I can't find him on my timing this morning. He's way up here in 10th. So maybe an incident limit. I don't know if they had an incident limit set here for this race. Well, it's a Kyle Larson cutout behind Everett. Thank you for that in chat, John. I guess that only makes sense, doesn't it? All right, your leader still Krasinski. Actually, you know what? I've been paying attention to some of the stuff on the racetrack. I did not see Krasinski make the pass on Nick Trader. Let's go back and take a look at that here. What happened here? So Trader, let me see here. So Krasinski's right here. Trader's got to make a mistake here at some point to let Krasinski get by him from that far back. So they come off the corner. Oh, Trader just got loose right there and won. So Nick Trader there in the 56th, first mistake he's made today. That allows Krasinski to get the lead from him there. So Trader dropped back to second. Now they're nose to tail. So it's Krasinski, Trader, Sluter. That's your top 3. Top two have pretty much checked out at this point. We've got 12 laps down, 28 to go. Brzezinski, now that he's got the lead right there, I don't think he wants to give it back. We said he did win the, like we said, he won the race at Daytona early in the year. They're coming up on the lap truck. I think that is Watkins. Is that the 44? It is the 44 of Watkins right there in front of him. Let's see if Dean moves over. He does. He moves over to the left side of the racetrack, lets him by. All right, we're still watching. We're going to keep an eye here on the battle for the lead. We jump on the nose of the 56 down the... Let's see, where are we at on the racetrack? Oh, the last corner. So coming off the corner number 7, I had to figure where we were from this angle. Coming off the final corner there, down the front straight, we're going to complete lap number 13. 27 to go as we take a look here. Trader now trying to close in. You can see off in the distance the 95 of Sluter as he goes around that damaged truck. It looks like that is the 97 of Raymond. I think that, no, I'm not sure who that was now that I look at that. Well, here's our battle for the lead. Where are we at? Let's take a look here at Larson. So Thornton having to serve that black flag. He's coming down to the pits. That is going to let Larson move up to 10th. And Larson's got his hand full with Rivet. Here comes Rivet to the inside. Larson able to cut it off right there, but watch Rivet as they come off turn number 1. Who's that side? Was that Modric? That was actually Beatty side going sideways right there behind him. Larson is able to fight off the challenge there from Rivet. This is for 10th and 11th. Watch the 32. Started dead last in his field back in actually started in 29th, not dead last, but he's up 18 spots. Definitely the biggest mover of the race. He tried to get a qualifying lap in, but just couldn't quite do it. This is the battle for 10th and 11th. Larson up 3 spots, Rivet up 18. Battle for the lead. It is still Brzezinski and Trader. Just bumper to bumper, and Sluter looks like he might be gaining back there in the background. Let's see if my versus thing works this time. Looks like it missed a couple of laps there on us. All right, this is a new plugin we're playing with, so we're still working out the bugs in it. So it looks like it may have missed a couple of laps for us. So, but it looks like Sluter was fastest last time around, at least from our leader. And you can see into the bus stop, Krasinski all the way down to 2nd gear. Back on the throttle at the end of the bus stop. He's going to get back up into 3rd gear as he goes through turn number 5. Actually going to stay down into 2nd. Just wait to get into 3rd until he's off the corner. So we saw some of our other drivers going through turn 5 in 3rd, so that may be one of the advantages Krasinski's found here. What do we got going here? Let's find Beatty and Modric still going at it. Larson, even though Rivet got around him, he is staying tucked up about a truck length back on him. So the 01 and 32 trying to make their way through the field. They've got the 30 of Bryce Dickman just up the road. Got a few trucks come in and pitted already. Larson, Jacob Thornton came in and pitted. He had a sort of black flag. Scotty Larson, Joshua Raymond, Duetta King, Boomershine only. Menace, Brady Zeller out of the race. Joshua Wise, Randy Wood, and Michael Sparks all out of this race right now. Actually, it looks like it's Wise. Now Wise is out of the race. The 47 of Raker out there on the racetrack with some damage right there in front of our leaders. Brzezinski's going to go to the bottom. Looks like they got the 55 of Menace all right there, also right there in front. So a couple lap trucks in the way here. Biddle with a black flag. JD Biddle must have reached the incident limit. Exodus limit, I'm not sure I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. So Biddle now with a black flag as Trader gets around the lap truck right there of Raker. Menace is still right there in front of our leader. Menace is not really moving up out of the way. He's going to try to hold that, try to stay in the lane lap. He does move out of the way right there for Krasinski. All right, Larson able to get back around Rivet. Good battle going on here. This is for 10th and 11th. They're racing like they're racing for the lead right here. Look at Rivet to the outside. Great battle going on. And this is back in the mid-pack right now for 10th and 11th. Up front, it is still Krasinski and Trader. Krasinski starting to get away a little bit. Rivet right on the back of Larson. He takes a look to the inside, down into turn number 1. I think he is going to clear the 01 of Larson up as they go up the hill to the S's. He is definitely going to do it with the 32 back to 10th. And Dickman has now found a way around Gagnon. But Gagnon now falling back to 9th. Josh Gagnon had a good run going last week, and his wheel disconnected on him, unfortunately. So this is the lap truck, the 87 truck of, I don't have an 87 on my timing and scoring, but it's Trent Hughes. So newcomer Trent Hughes in the 87 with some damage on the truck. Getting out of the way, you can see the left front of that thing all tore up. All right, Brandy Callan and Pecking going at it right here. Thompson got himself to 4th, and he's just kind of riding along right there on a Sunday, driving that 4 spot. He does have Slagan still just a few car lengths back behind him. They're coming up on the lap truck of Victor Keith in the 48. Victor had some problems in the first lap of the race. Oh, Slagan gets sideways right there through 1. Does a nice job of hanging on to it. All right, let's take a look at our webcam, guys, here real quick. That's not the right one. There we go. Everett Larson. We got Steinbach, Raymond Larson, and Michael Sparks out of the race, but he's still hanging in there for us. Dickman now down on the bottom. You can see Bryce Dickman. He is wheeling that thing. Let's take a look here at Bryce Dickman in the 30 truck. He is sawing back and forth on the wheel right there. You can see him in the bottom screen. Andrew Thompson, Brandon Cal, Weddy King, all sharing their cans with it. Michael Champlin. We have not talked about Michael all day. Where is Michael on the racetrack? Michael's got himself up to 15th. He's up 3 spots. Started 18th. He is now making his way up through the field. Michael always does a really good job coming after the race. He's sharing a bunch of great photographs and stuff with us. So thank you for that, Michael. All right. Trader now is going to be the first of the leaders to come in and pit. 18 laps down, 22 to go. So Nick Trader is going to come down pit road just about halfway through this race. That, let's see where he comes back on the racetrack. It looks like the 91 of Slagan also going to come in. So that's going to give Krasinski some breathing room. So Trader had been lurking right there behind him. Justin Krasinski able to pull away right now. Get a little bit of an advantage over the field. He got way back to Sluter, about 3.5 seconds now. Back to the 95 is David Sluter. That's a little ways back to Thompson. So now we've got Trader, Slagan still down the pits. Josh Gagnon also going to come down the pit road. We got a few trucks down there getting some repairs. Here comes Trader pulling off a pit road. Josh Gagnon in the 79 makes his way into his stall. All right, Tyler Brewer back here. We've not talked about Tyler. Here's a good race back. This is for 17th and 18th. This is Daniel Sparks and Tyler Brewer going at it. Tyler to the outside as they head down into turn number 1. Sparks on the bottom. Sparks gets sideways. Does a good job of keeping it on the bottom of the racetrack as they're still side by side off the corner up the hill. The 40 of Brewer and the 04 Sparks. This is for 17th and 18th right now. This is the closest battle we can find on the racetrack. Thanks again for spending your night with us. My name is Chris Murphy here at DRSN. I know it's late on the East Coast. If you're over there, it's almost midnight. It's 11:30 at night. I don't have to tell you that. You know what time. You know how to tell time, I'm sure. But thanks for being here with us, spending time with us. If you haven't been here before, even if you have been here before and you haven't done it, hit the subscribe button, give us a like. Call the rest of your family members, tell them to get on here, subscribe to the channel. You always want to find out when the races are going on. Because we're not done this week. We come back tomorrow night with the Fresno SCCA Club of America, Sports Car Club of America Fresno Group. I guess that's one way to say it. Mazda MX-5 Series tomorrow night. I think we're at Lime Rock. The joints for that's going to go off at 10:45 Eastern tomorrow night. Also tomorrow night, my good buddy Sagar Bashki is going to be covering the American Appalachian All-American ARCA Rookie Series tomorrow night as well on the channel. Then Thursday night, we have the Nitro Zone Racing League brought to you by my friend Liam Irving. We're doing the coverage on that. And then I'll be back Friday night for the Half Decent Racing League Truck Series also at Watkins Glen. So we get two, actually that's Xfinity Series at Watkins Glen. So we get 2 Watkins Glen races covered this week. So don't miss all the action. Make sure you subscribe so you get notified whenever we've got something going on. So we're going to look at our leader, Sluter. Now Krasinski is going to make his way down pit road. So it's going to stay... Sluter and Cal are going to stay out on the racetrack. We've got Krasinski, Thompson, Peckin, Dickman all making their way down pit road. David Sluter is now going to have the lead in the 95. The winner last week at Texas is looking to get his second win. And right now, he's got the lead right now, but he still has to pit. We are on lap 20 of 40, halfway through this thing, 20 to go. As we take a look at the driver, David Sluter here in the 95. He is out in front. Trader comes back on the racetrack. He comes out behind the 27 of Beatty. Beatty is yet to pit. So I'm sure Trader wants to get around the 27 in a hurry because just up the road, it looks like that's Andrew Bowman in the 25. And that is, so let's see if Trader can get around Beatty. He looks to the outside, heading into the bus stop. Side by side through the bus stop. Some good racing right here. Declan Beatty and Nick Trader. Trader has pitted. Led the early stages of this race. He's trying to get back to the front. He has got to get clear of some of these cars that have yet to pit right now that are on older tires. But he does not want to mess around here. We take a look here at Bowman. Bowman now in 5th. Brandon Callan, 85, is going to make his way down pit road. All right, Sluter still leads, still yet to pit. Cal comes in and pits. Krasinski now is going to cycle through here with the lead. Once Sluter comes in and pits, and Krasinski's got a good gap back to Trader. So once Krasinski comes in, once Sluter pits, Krasinski will be back in the lead, and then he's got to look like about 5 or 6 seconds back to Nick Trader. So Krasinski really locked in right here. If he can just not make any mistakes, it looks like it's his race to lose. All right, Beatty now comes in and pits. Rivets down pit road now, pits out of 9th spot. And that's going to pretty much have everybody on the racetrack will have their pit stop in except for our current leader, and he's going to come down right now. The 95 of David Sluter is going to make his way down pit road. That is going to give the lead back to the 4 of Krasinski. And he is going to have 6 seconds back to Nick Trader. Let's see where Sluter comes out of the pit. So Sluter still has not made his way down to his pit stall. And Krasinski now coming off the last corner. So Justin Krasinski in the 4 truck will take the lead for sure right here coming off as the pit stop cycle through. All right, let's find us a good battle here on the racetrack. We got Sparks, and it looks like Brewer's still going at it. They're about a couple tenths of a second away from each other. Brandon Cal, right there. Oh, that's going to be Thompson taking a look to the inside of the lap truck of Raker. So Thompson trying to get through some traffic. He's in 5th right now. He is trying to get back up into the top 4. That's where he was earlier. But not, they have about a 3-second slower pit stop in and out. They actually have another toy we have. We've got to make that bigger. I can read it. That's going to show total cycle time. That is going to sort by time. And you can see the fastest in-lap pit stop and out-lap was Quentin Steinbach. If you can read that small on your screen, I've got to improve on that one. But another new toy that my friend Shane Cochran is working on, our pit cycle. It gives you a chance to see who in and out of the pits and how long it took them to get in lap and out lap. Their total cycle time was on the pit cycle. All right, Krasinski now back out front. David Sluter, Nick Trader, Slagan now to 4th. Thompson falls back to 5th. It is Cal in 6th, and he has got Sean Peck and all of the back of him as they got the 47 of Raker right there in front of him, looking to go down another lap at this point. Coming off of turn number 7. Cal goes a little wide. They're going to split him here. Looks Peck and take a look to the inside. Raker in the middle. If I'm Raker, I'm just going to get on the brakes right here and get out of this one. He's going to stay kind of the outside of Peck and does not let Peckin take that corner very wide, so that's going to hurt his battle there with Cal. Gap's going to be about 4 or 5 truck lengths now at this point. All right, battle right here. This is with Harry Rivet and Josh Gagnon. I think Harry is regretting not getting out there and get a qualifying lap, and he has been putting on the show here tonight. He's not the fastest truck on the racetrack. His fastest lap, he was in traffic most of the time. Let's take a look here. Last lap by, fastest truck was Nick Trader. He was the only driver in the 13.0s. So Nick Trader got some pace right here. He is now up here. They've got a battle for second here. Sluter and Trader going at it for second as we were looking through the rest of the pack. So this is your battle for second. Trader on the bottom, Sluter on the outside. So Sluter's been actually Trader was the fastest truck the last time around, as we said. Little wiggle right there. He now makes his way back to second. David Sluter. Looks like David only took 2 tires on the pit stop. It looks like maybe Krasinski also did as well. If you take a look at it, it's exactly what it was. Krasinski only with 2 tires. Sluter as well. Most other drivers took 4. But that's your battle right now for second, the 56 and Trader. But they have got a ways up the road. 3 seconds between Krasinski and Trader right now. Trader's been quick, but I don't know if he can make up 3 seconds on Krasinski. You can see coming off the corner back there, just in the back of the shot right there. Trader and Sluter. This is for second one more time. Peckin and Cal still going at it back there for 5th and 6th. We're keeping an eye on this 32 truck. Harry Rivet moved up 20 spots in this race after starting at 29th. Now up to 9th in that Kappa sponsored number 32. Big loser of the race is Victor Keith after having issues on that first lap. He's down 17 spots, down to 25th after starting in 8th. All right, jump on board here with Peckin. John Peckin in the 9, trying to reel in the 85 of Brandy Cal as they make their way through turn number 1. Andrew Thompson, blinking every time Andrew, we got to get you a better internet connection, buddy. You're blinking out on me all the time, and I think you're disconnected or something. All right, Krasinski, Trader, Suter. It is a ways back to Slagan. This is the best battle we have on the racetrack right now. This is between the 9 of Peckin and the 85 of Cal. A little ways back behind him is Dickman. We had 34 drivers start this race. It looks like we're down to 28 right now. We've lost 6 trucks out here. A good field of cars here for a road course race in the Craftsman trucks. Thanks again to our webcam drivers, Quentin Steinbach, Everett Larson, Wedeking, Champlin, Andrew Thompson, Brandon Cal. And we got Brandon Cal right here in the middle of this fight. So let's zoom in on Brandon. Is Brandon using an H shifter over there? Man, I am way too lazy to use an H shifter, Brandon. More power to you there, buddy. I love the paddles behind my wheel. I'm just too lazy to reach over and grab an H pattern shifter anymore. Brandon Cal doing everything he can to keep Sean Peckin behind him. You know what? Let's just see where we are on the racetrack here. This is definitely the closest battle. Trader starting to get away from Sluter. If Krasinski can stay out in front of this thing for 14 more laps, we're going to label him the road course king. He won the only other road course event of the season. Victor Keith trying to get out of the way, drives into the wall right there, so some more damage on the 48. And you can see Trader lurking in the background back there. He's got a couple lap trucks now between himself and Krasinski. They had ended up turn number 1. We jump on the roof cam with Nick Trader, and he can see Krasinski up there. He's got a target. Last time around, he was 0.3 of a second faster. Versus cam has a little more work left to do, it looks like, at this point. And it looks like that's going to get Keith to get out of the way there for him. Nick Trader in the 56, started on the pole, now running in second. Take a look back here at the 71 of Modric. He's trying to reel in Everett Larson. Everett right up in front of him right there in the 01. Everett's had some good runs this season. It looks like he needs to work on his road course setups a little bit. He's been up challenging for the podium most all season. He's running pretty good here. He started in 13th. He's been consistent, running in 12th. But I think if you had a chance to talk to Everett right now, he'd hope he had a little better truck out there, can get himself up a little further. Take a look at the chopper cam. That's Cal and Peckin. You can see Peckin close in up on the back of them there. They enter turn number 6. Off of turn number 7, going to come across the line. The 85 and the 9. This is again. This is for 6 and 7. They drive off into the sunset. That great camera view right there. We're gonna do that with Cal here again. So we're gonna watch the telemetry. We're gonna watch his in-truck camera here. And you can see him in 3rd right now. Where's the cockpit? We're gonna go cockpit. We're gonna be like full Brandon Cal right here. We're in the truck with him. We got his telemetry on the left. We got the in-car camera over here. You can see him shift up into 4th. Packin able to get around him right there. He heads up into the bus stop, down into 3rd. 3rd gear through the bus stop. Down into turn number 5, trying to get back around Packin. Packin able to clear him back there as they come up through the S's up the back straightaway. Off of turn number 6, up into 4th gear. As they head into 7, going to scratch the back a little bit there. So thanks for Brandon for giving us an in-car lap here. We're not missing any other action on the racetrack here, but he is definitely losing some ground to the 9 of Peckin now as he's got around him. Champlin back here, threatening the 41 of Thornton. Got some lap traffic right there behind him. Who's that? That looks like maybe Brewer. No, Brewer's way back there. 52 of Champion Goodley, the OGRL. That's it. You know, that's one thing we haven't done either. Have a look at our teammates. Look at the OGR teammates of Cal, Modric, and Champlin running 7th, 13th, and 16th. Same thing up with their leader, Krasinski, JK Racing. Justin leading the race. Bryce Dickman at 8th. Andrew Bowman and JD Biddle, the JK Racing teammates. Just Transcendent Motorsports. Nick Trader all by himself. And he is reeling in our leader. Last time around, he was 0.3 of a second faster. Vortex Sim Sport of Landon Slagan by himself. Andrew Thompson also. These guys from Group Up. They're all by themselves out here. Looks like Brewer Motorsports got a few guys out here with Gagnon, Jacob, and Brewer. What do you miss? B&W Racing, newcomer Trent Hughes here with the seller. Not having the days of days. Larson carrying the team right now in 12. Got No Lift Motorsports of Declan Beatty. That's a good name for Declan Beatty's team. Mooselander Racing, Quentin Steinbach, Daniel Sparks, Meneses, and Michael Sparks. Michael out of this race early for the blown engine. I'm sure I missed somebody. WTF, Joshua Wise, way down there by himself. Sorry, Joshua, you're out of this one. I think we've got just about everybody there, so we're going to get back up to our leader here with Kaczynski. And look at Nick Trader. Nick Trader is coming. That's what I was really hoping this would work for you. But you can see, last lap, 0.7 of a second quicker. Is that right? That is right. Holy mackerel. So Trader, those two tires that Krasinski took is looking to be his demise at this point, because Nick Trader has been making up some ground and making it up in a hurry, and Krasinski has got to see Trader back there behind him. Looking back from the Ford truck, here comes Nick Trader in the 56. Nick looking to make it. Let's see what's going to be his. That's actually going to be his first win of the season. Nick's had a couple of poles, but has not picked up a win this season. As I'm looking at the results screen up here. So Nick Trader looking to pick up his first win of the season, and you can see he is catching the back of the Ford truck of Kaczynski. Does he have enough time? We got 9 laps left to go. Last time by, lap times were just about dead even. But that tire difference may be starting to equalize. We'll take a look here at the next time by. But right now, Trader, as they head up the back straightaway up to the bus stop one more time, you can see Krasinski get kind of loose getting in the corner right there. The gap right now is 1.05. We're going to keep an eye on that because Nick Trader is definitely gaining on our leader. JD Biddle down in the pits one more time. We got 16 trucks still in the lead lap at this point. All right, this is our closest battle on the racetrack, and it's going to be for the lead as Trader takes another 10th out of the lead right here of Krasinski. And I think it's going to be that 2-tire stop right here. They come off of turn number 7, going to come across the line. Be 8 laps left to go when they cross the stripe right here down into turn number 1. It looks to me at this pace, Trader is going to be right there on the back bumper of Krasinski within the next couple of laps. up through the hill, up through the S's. It's down to 0.7 of a second now between the two. Love the shot into the bus stop. They've got the lap truck of Michael Champlin. Michael, the last car on the lead lap right now, back in 16th. Our leaders are coming up on the back of him right now. Michael's going to move. Looks like he's going to move out of the way. Make plenty of space right here. He does not want to get in the way of the leaders right now. So right now your top 5 is Krasinski, Trader, Sluter, Slagan, and Thompson. But we're about to have ourselves a battle for the lead as they come off of turn number 7 down the front straightaway. It is now 0.2 of a second. It is one truck length right now between our leaders. Trader closing up on the back of Forrest Krasinski as they head down into turn number 1. Does he have anything for him? Off the corner, up the hill. Trader takes a peek to the inside. He settles back behind the Ford truck. Through turn 3, up off of turn number 4, down the back straightaway, heading to the bus stop. 7 laps left to go. Can Krasinski hang on? That 2-tire stop is looking to be his downfall because the Trader has reeled him in from about a 5-second gap at one point. It is now Nick Trader. Can he find a way around? It's one thing to catch somebody, but you also got to find a way around as they come off of turn number 5. Krasinski gets a little bit loose right there. They come down across the curb. Trader looks to the inside into 6. He's got the line. Krasinski's got to yield it. They're still side by side through 6. Krasinski way off the racetrack. He's going to make his way back over in front of Trader. They get their way into 7. Trader looks to the inside. Off of 7 across the line at the stripe. It's still going to be Krasinski with the lead. Trader giving him everything they got down into turn number 1. Krasinski lives to fight another day. A great battle there through 6 and 7. Trader lost a couple of car lengths there in that battle, but he's going to try to reel it back in. Out of turn number 1, back up the hill one more time. We got 6 laps left to go. Trader is definitely the fastest truck on the racetrack. Nick Krasinski doing everything he can to defend. Take a look back from the Ford truck as they head into the bus stop. You can see Trader able to get into the corner just a little bit deeper. Can he make up some ground coming off? And he did. He really got through the bus stop well. He is right there on the back of the Ford truck as they make their way through turn number 5. One more time, Krasinski a little bit wider than Trader off that corner. They head down into 6. Last time by, Trader had a look to the inside. Can he do it again? No. This time he's going to stay right there in the tire tracks of Krasinski. Nick Trader doing everything he can. Can he find a way around the Ford truck? They're going to come off of turn number 7 across the line. 5 fingers in the air from Barney the flagman. 5 to go. Put your fingers up there, Barney. It made me a liar out of me. 5 to go as we come across the line. Justin Krasinski, Nick Trader. I thought this was going to be Justin's race to run away with, but Nick has really made up some time right here. It is Toyota versus Chevrolet. Off of turn number 4, down the back straightaway. One more time here for Nick Trader. Krasinski looks to be, so far, has fended off the assault. As he's going to hang on to the lead right here. One more time through the bus stop chicane down to turn number 5. He's only got to do this 4 more times. When they come across the line, it'll be 4 laps left to go for Justin Krasinski and Nick Trader. There's another good race going on the racetrack. Sorry guys, we're not covering it right there, but right now the battles for the leaders. They're going to come up on some lap trucks. That looks like Meneses right there in front of him, and I'm not sure who the other truck is. It looks like it might have been Boomershine in the 92. It is Boomershine going to get out of the way. Meneses still right there in front of him. Hope it's not Nemesis, it's Meneses. All right, down to turn number 1. 4 to go. Can Nick Trader find a way around the Ford trucker Krasinski? If this works this time. The last few laps, Trader's been a little bit quicker. And the 55 truck, the lap truck of Menaces, he is a few laps down at this point. He's way down at 28. Right there in front of our leaders. Let's see if he yields to him as they come through the chicane here one more time through the inner loop, as I like to call it. I call it the bus stop. Through turn number 5. One more time. Keep an eye on that lap truck right in front of us. See if it comes into play right here. Trader's been a little bit better than Krasinski, getting into 6, and you can see him closing up on the back of him right here as they make their way up to 7. Going to come across the line. There'll be 3 to go at the line for Krasinski and Trader. We've got a couple more lap truck. Menace is going to move out of the way right here. Moves down to the bottom, gets out of the way of the leaders. We got one more lap truck up in front of him. Up onto the hood cam. Up Nick Trader in the 95. They make their way up through the S's one more time. Down the back straightaway here. Oh, a little bit loose there for Krasinski right there in front of it. He's able to make a little bit of a gap right there. You can see him pull away by about a truck lane. Trader trying to find something. He just needs a little more pace. He had a shot at him a few laps ago through turns 6 and 7. Krasinski fended it off. Trader gets to turn 5 so much better than Krasinski right there. He makes up a lot of ground. Can he have a look to the inside through 6 like he did before? He's going to take a look to the left. Just does not have enough pace. Tucks back in behind. They're going to make their way through turn 7 here. Trader looks again to the inside one more time. But Krasinski's able to fend it off. Across the line, 2 to go this time by. Last lap were pretty much dead even as they were bumper to bumper. Right there in the tire tracks. Trader looks like he had to get on the brakes a little bit harder than he wanted to. The truck kind of wiggled on him right there, especially coming off of 1. And through the S's, can Krasinski hang on? Trader has thrown just about everything at him but the kitchen sink. If he's still got the sink left, he needs to throw it now because he is running out of time. We got about a lap and a half left to go. Back into the bus stop chicane one more time. I do not want to miss this battle. We've got some other battles going on the racetrack. I know we got Krasinski, Trader, Sluter, Slagan, Thompson, Peckin, Rivet now up to 7th after starting back in 29th. He's up 22 spots. But we have got ourselves a battle for the lead here with just a little bit more than a lap left to go. We're going to make ourselves to the last corner. We've got, looks like that's the 95 right there in front of me. I couldn't tell who that was. We got a couple more lap trucks. They're going to move out of the way. Across the line, white flag in the air for Justin Krasinski. That's the 96 of Biddle. He gets out of the way. About 3 truck lanes separate our first and second place driver. We've got one more lap truck up in front of him. Krasinski to the outside, Trader to the bottom. Not able to make anything happen. Jess needs a little bit extra pace. Can Nick Trader find anything this last half a lap? He's been really good through 5 and 6. Can he find anything through the chicane into turn number 5? Watch the 56. He closes in on the back of the Ford. Krasinski through the chicane for the last time. They're going to head down to turn number 5. Trader looks to the inside. Looks to put a little bumper on him. Just backs off. They're going to hit bumper to bumper. He is right there. Does he have anything for him off of 5? They both go wide right there. Down into turn number 6. Nick Trader, can he take a look to the inside? I don't think he's going to have anything here. He's going to take a look. Is he going to get a late launch? He's going to look to the inside. They're side by side through 6. Krasinski on the outside. Trader on the bottom. They're going to come through the last corner. Through turn number 7, side by side. Trader tries to cross back underneath. Can't quite do it. At the line, it is going to be Justin Krasinski bringing home the win. Nick Trader in 2nd. David Sluter is going to come home in 3rd. Not too far behind David is going to be the 91 of Landon Slagan. Andrew Thompson back in the 5th spot. He just keeps blinking on and off my screen, so I can't hardly even see him. So it's going to be Thompson in 5th, Peckin in 2nd, Grzinski and Trader with a fantastic race right there. A little bit different tire strategy, and Justin Grzinski's going to come home with the win. Take a look throughout the field. Bryce Dickman in 8th, so Harry Rivet with a great drive. Thompson coming to a stop there in turn number 1. Rivet up from 29 spots. Let's take a look at our driver cams one more time here from everybody. Quentin, Everett, Dean, Michael, Andrew, Brandon, and Bryce, thank you guys so much for sharing your cams with us. If we didn't get you on up, I'm sorry. But thank you so much for doing that. Just add a nice little feature to it. But your winner right here is going to be the Ford truck. As we ride along with Justin Grzinski. He is two road course races on the season, and Justin's won them both. We have another road course on the season. Let's see. Scrolling through, we got Lime Rock coming up on July 7th. We've got a couple more road courses coming up. All right, we're gonna take a look at that last lap here one more time between Nick Trader and Grzinski. As they're made their way off turn number 7, they're gonna come to the white flag right here. They got a couple lap trucks here in front of them. So you can see Trader doing everything he can. He gets into one really well right here. It's a little bit loose getting in the corner right there. Might have cost him a little bit of time, but he closes on the back of Grzinski as they come off of turn number 1. As they get headed through the uphill, through the S's. We're just going to go there this whole last lap again because it's just a fantastic race between Nick Trader and Justin Grzinski. I know they're probably in the waiting room for us here, and we're going to get him in here in just a moment. Looks like we got David Suit in there. We're still waiting for our first and second place driver. But up through the bus stop right here, you can see Trader made up a bunch of ground right here through the chicane, coming off the chicane into 5. He is right there on the back of the Ford truck. And he has got a line coming off of 5 on the outside, and they get down into 6 to the inside. And watch Trader right here make up the ground, getting into 6. And Justin does a great job of blocking off that run through turn 6, up into 7. They're side by side right here. He gives them just enough space on the bottom. They're side by side off the corner, up into 7. They're going to come off the last corner. Nick's going to get a little bit loose down here on the apron, and that might have cost him a chance off the corners. He spins the tires, and that is going to let Justin Grzinski drive off with the win. All right, we're going to get Justin up in the booth. They're down there in the waiting room together. We're going to grab Justin out of there right now. Justin Grzinski, you got Chris in the booth. Are you there, buddy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm great, man. How about you?
I need a sponge bath.
That was one hell of a show you and Nick put on. You took 2 tires on your pit stop. Nick took 4. I thought you were going to drive away with it at that point, but he came back charging. Did you really expect he'd be with you right there at the end like that?
Yeah, actually. I actually got none. I knew as soon as he undercut me that I couldn't do the same thing. I debated for that entire first run, especially after his mistake, and I think lap 12 there, that he was not vulnerable. He was not unbeatable doing the same thing he did, just following him. So had to keep track position and try to get ahead. But I knew he'd come back. The traffic was such a mess, but it's not their fault. Again, everybody for the most part was doing their best to stay out of the way. But he would lose gobs of time, and I would lose gobs of time. And he caught me there with, 8, 7 laps to go, something like that. Raced me really clean, just a mirror repeat of what happened at Daytona. Just such a classy guy and a true competitor, and it's an honor to get to race with someone that talented that races the right way. And I'm just glad that we came out on top. But even if we would have run second, I had a freaking blast tonight.
Hey, he got up underneath. He looked to be so much better than you from the bus stop all the way through turn number 6, and it looks like that's where he just made up so much ground. He got up underneath of you a couple times there in 6, but you did a great job defending right there. I don't even really know what the question to ask right there, but just tell us what were you driving mostly in the mirror at that point, just seeing where he was at and trying to block him off, or were you just kind of holding your line and hoping it was enough to stay out in front?
Yeah, a little bit of both. You're kind of just doing your own thing, and the cards are going to fall where they were. I'd made my bed. I knew that we were going to be in trouble pace-wise, but I knew I could position myself to try to maximize what we had. He was really killing me through the bus stop. I think that The X's of 5 looked really good down towards 6, but he made all the time in the center. The front tires just went away way more than I thought they would, and the rears actually stayed better than I thought they would. So we were still getting pretty good exits, but we could just not roll that long corner with any kind of speed, unless it took a big diamond. I wasn't going to give him that line right against the curb there. So uh, not a lot of mirror driving there per se, but more so just picking and choosing where I knew he was going to be strong and where I had to not defend or protect necessarily, but just where I would be vulnerable if he decided to have a big go, and make sure we prioritize the corner exit prior to that. So very happy with it, very proud, just super thankful to get to bring the CF Mobile back out here tonight and have a roll, and get to join these great guys. And again, racing with Nick is always a pleasure, and very, very thankful that we came out on top tonight.
Well, we're going to call you the king of the road courses here in the Western Racing League right now. We got the next road course. I'm looking at the schedule right now, July 7th at Lime Rock. That should be a fun. We're looking forward to that one. But we're going to be at Dover next week. Are we going to see you here for Dover?
I'm not sure. My schedule is really hectic right now. For whatever reason, May just always seems a little crazy. Been spending time at the racetrack and dealing with some health stuff, and just a lot's going on right now. So I'll do my very best to make as May as I can. It's a commitment to get out here, be in Central Time Zone. It's getting pretty late, but there are certain races where you got to circle and try to make it. So I'll do my very best. But again, when we get the chance to come race with these guys, it's awesome to see 30 plus trucks of the road course, and a lot of quality racing tonight. So I'm very, very excited to watch the broadcast back and get to cheer everybody on for putting on such a great show.
Well, good job, brother. Congratulations on the victory. It was fun to watch from where I was at. Hopefully you get a chance to go back and watch coverage. We did it, Justin, because you guys put on one hell of a show. But before we get you out of here, anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just first and foremost, I mean, you guys have been fantastic. When I haven't been able to make the races, I love getting to watch the broadcast back and see what happened, see the storylines, then go read all the chaos in the Discord afterwards sometimes. So it's been great coverage. It's been awesome to have you as a partner for the league this season. I really hope that we can continue the partnership. So thanks to Tyler, Dave, Nico, all the work they do, putting this all together, organizing it for us so that we can just show up and have a good time. Again, thanks to Nick for racing me clean and respectfully. I know that he's a quality race car driver and wanted to win as much as I did tonight, and I appreciate him just not driving through me because the opportunity was definitely there. And then the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, as always, for being on the truck and keeping me alive. So I think it's a pretty good way to end the night.
All right, brother. Have a good one. I'm sure we'll talk to you again before too long.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
You bet. All right, let's get our second place driver, Nick Trader. This is Chris in the booth. Are you there?
Yep, you got me.
All right, man. Hey, you drove your ass off, buddy. You did everything you could. Is there anything you think you could have done any different to find your way around Justin? You guys just put on one great show there.
I don't think so, besides moving them, and I don't have that in me to do it. That beginning of the race there was, I got the lead, and then lap traffic kind of put a hinder on me. And then I kind of broke loose out of, was at 1. And that's when Justin got around me. And I was just planning on short pitting him to hope that I was able to get back around them, not knowing he wasn't going to take tires. And then once I realized he did, my brother was spotting for me and called it out that he didn't take tires. So it was just a game of trying to reel him back in. And once I caught him, like I said, it was a hell of a race. I'm sweating. I'm still shaking from it, just from the adrenaline. But I couldn't be more proud of it. I wish I would have got the win, but I'm completely happy right now with getting second, because that was probably one of the best battles I've had on a road course, on an oval, through all the leagues I've been in. It was insane, and I'm speechless from it.
Well, we've had the opportunity to cover a bunch of different road courses, GT3 endurance, GT4 races, all kinds of different stuff. And man, you guys just put on the best race I've been able to cover on any kind of road course. So I really that was just a lot of fun to watch. And like I told Justin, I hope we get it justice, because you guys put on a great show. I can imagine you're sweating. Heck, I'm almost sweating there, and I was just watching it, buddy. But
yeah, I don't know what corner it was, but I was going into the second to last corner. I don't know the quarter numbers of this track, but I got into the inside of him on the corner and endured him, because sliding up the track wasn't intentional, and I just backed out of it because I said, I can't do that. I'm not going to wreck somebody for a win or to pass them. So I apologized to him on the mic, and then gave him the spot back and tried again.
Well, it just looked like you had so much better pace. He was a little better into 1 and up through the S's, but once you guys got to the bus stop, you had all the pace all the way from there to 5, 6, and 7, and you could really catch him coming off of 5 into 6. I don't know what you were doing differently there. Maybe you were running just a little bit different line. Maybe your shifting points were a little bit different, but you definitely had the advantage from about the bus stop on.
Yeah.
Early I thought Justin was just going to drive away with it. But
Hmm.
then you started making up some pace, man. I called it wrong early. After the pit stops, I was like, well, this is Justin's race to win as long as he doesn't make a mistake, man. But you just proved me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the S's, as soon as I got near him, the arrow on the truck definitely changed because I was good through the S's all throughout the race, but as soon as I got to his back bumper, I was on ice going through there, so I was losing my momentum going up the hill. But I with the bus stop, I just drove it in, and I could just ride that inside of the bus stop and get that straight line run out, and I got close to him there in the last lap, and I think I bumped him a little bit, but it wasn't enough to upset the truck, and, uh, yeah, I mean, he was better than me than on most of the track, it seemed like. I don't know what he was doing out of the final corner, but he was able to pull me down the front stretch.
Well, don't forget to save the replay on this because I think you're going to want to go back and watch it.
Oh, I save every replay.
All right, man. Well, good job tonight. We come back to Dover next week. Get back to the circle tracks, the 1 mile at Dover. How you feel about that?
I like Dover. I used to not really care for it, but over time, I've come to actually enjoy it. I haven't raced on it in a while though, especially since the changes. This is the only time I race is on Thursday nights. Well, Tuesday nights on Thursday. Uh, so I'll have to get a little bit of practice in with it and see how much it's changed from the last time I raced it. Ever since they took the sway bar out of these things, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be exciting.
All right, man. Well, before you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to before we get you out of here?
All the admins, Tyler, Nico, David, of course, put on a hell of a league. They definitely run it tight, and I like it over here because it's none of the drama it seems like, or they try to squash it. So I'm very appreciative of these guys for putting this on, you for throwing on the broadcast. Of course, we always go back and watch it. My brother for all the paint schemes with Transcendent Designs. He makes a hell of a schemes, and every one I race, I'm proud to support it. So appreciate you guys.
All right. Well, good job, brother. Well, I'm sure we're going to talk to you again here pretty soon. So, again, great race. Thanks for putting on a great show for us, and we're going to see you next time.
Yep, see you, man.
All right. All right. We're going to get on to third place. David Suter, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Well, kind of give us a little play-by-play of your night. You started up towards the front. You fell back a little bit, had to kind of crawl your way back through. Kind of tell us how your evening went from your point of view.
At the start, I just wanted to, be cautious and be cautious of the other drivers, of course. So I was just doing a lot of give there, and then slowly started just making my way back through them. Once I got to third, I kind of knew just from when we raced Daytona earlier this year that I was not going to be able to catch Nick and Justin. So I was just going to kind of settle in and go from there. On the pit stop, I didn't take any tires. I thought that might be my only option to at least beat Nicholas, but as we know, that didn't work out with him taking tires. He was just way too fast for me to do anything with.
Yeah, it was a fun race to watch all the way through. I thought maybe you had taken two. By my timing, I guess I got to change my settings here. But no, great drive there, man. I mean, you fought back up there. You got the lead a little bit. You went a little bit long on your pit stop compared to everybody else. Do you think that hurt you or helped you?
Neither. I mean, I don't think it really did anything. I mean, if I would have lost third, I would have said it hurt me. But if I would have finished second, I would have said it helped me. But I don't think it really did much different. I think once I got in third and Justin and Nick were in front of me, there was really nothing I was going to be able to do to, catch them really.
Well, good job all night long, man. It was a fun race to watch. We come back next week, get back to the oval tracks, back at Dover. How do you feel about Dover next week?
I feel pretty good. Going in with a pretty good points lead, so hopefully just can continue getting my top fives. And I love the new chase format. Of course, you can do more points racing instead of going for wins every week. So it's been working for me. So I'm just going to continue doing that and see how it plays out.
All right, man. Well, thanks again. Thanks for having us here. But hey, man, before you get out of here tonight, anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Just of course you for doing this for us and giving us an awesome broadcast, and also Viking Construction Group and Scotty for making it all possible.
All right, brother. Well, have a good rest tonight, and I'm sure we'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Yep, sounds good, man. Have a good night.
You too. All right, that is going to wrap up our coverage here of the Western Racing League. We're going to get back, and we're just going to bring you that. While we go through the full results, we're going to give you a replay of the last lap again, because that was just something to watch with Justin and Nick. And actually, the sun was a lot darker than when the race started, wasn't it? Okay, we're going to take a look here at the full results of the night. It's going to be Justin Krasinski coming home with a win. Nick Trader and David Sluter. David with another podium finish. Landon Slagan with a nice run coming home in fourth. Andrew Thompson in fifth. Sean Peckin. Harry Rivet with the drive of the day. Up 22 spots. Started 29th up to 7th. Bryce Dickman with a good run coming home in 8th. Josh Gagnon and Andrew Bowman round out the top 10. A nice run there for Andrew as well. Everett Larson back in 11th. Rick Modric 12th. Declan Beatty going to come home in 13th. A good finish there for Declan tonight. Brandon Cal, Jacob Thornton, Michael Champlin, Tyler Brewer, Quentin Steinbach, Corbett Raker, and Daniel Sparks are going to round out our top 20. And if I find the right button to click, we'll get to the rest of the field. Scotty Larson comes home in 21st. Victor Keith, a victim of the first run through the chicane, comes home in 22nd. Trent Hughes, newcomer, 23rd. JD Biddle, down a few laps in 24th. Dean Wedeking, 25th. Paul Boomershine, down 4 laps for Paul. Not his best run of the season for him. I'm sure he's probably would like to have been a little better, but he does finish the race in 26th. 27th was Ian Menace, Nathan Nixon, 28th. Joshua Raymond, 29th, and some drivers that did not finish. Mason only in the 30th spot. Brady Zeller back to 33rd. Randy Wood, Joshua Wise, and Michael Sparks blew it up basically on lap number 1. So he comes home dead last there in 34th. Leader of the most laps was Justin Krasinski, leading 26 laps. Also had the fastest lap of the race, and as we said, the hard charger was Harry Rivet. So we don't have the updated point standings to bring you, but we'll try to get to it. So next week we come back for the Western Racing League next Tuesday night at Dover at 11 o'clock Eastern once again. But we're not done this week. Tomorrow night I will be here 10:45 Eastern for the SEC Fresno Mazda MX-5 series. That's a fun little series to cover. Also tomorrow night on the channel is going to be I struggle with this one every time. The American Appalachian ARCA Rookie Series is going to be covered by my good friend Sasha Baskey. And then Thursday night, Nitro Zone Racing League Truck Series with Liam Irving, bringing you the coverage there on Thursday night. And Friday night, I am back with a half-decent Racing League Xfinity Series, another race at Watkins Glen. I don't think they could match this one tonight, but hopefully they do. Friday night, we'll see how that goes. And then maybe Saturday night we might be here for another JWR E-Racing Money event, Super Speedway event. We don't know yet, but if not, the next race going the next week will be the Dirty Old Bastards 360 Sprint Series. And we covered that earlier tonight, the 360 Sprint Series. And next Tuesday is going to be the last one. So if you like some dirt racing, go back and watch tonight if you're not doing. You're not done on the YouTube tonight, I'm sure. Go back and check out the race we did earlier tonight. We'll be back next Tuesday night. But congratulations to Justin Krasinski with the win here tonight. Him and Nick just put on one hell of a show. A lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to call. Hopefully you all enjoyed it out there. Please take the opportunity again to subscribe, give us a like. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves out of here. And on the behalf of everyone else here at DRSN, thanks for riding along with us. I'm Chris Murphy saying keep the tempers cool, keep the throttle down, and if sparks are going to fly, make sure the cameras are rolling. We're going to see you next week. Good night.